Good afternoon and welcome to day one of the Predator CSI US Pro Billiard Series, and it's the FargoRate Ohio Open here at Roberts Arena in Wilmington. 64 players in a class field, and the next two are no exception. Wojciech Szewcz, the reigning world 10-ball champion, against newly crowned US Open champion just a few days ago, Sánchez. Ruíz. He's won the leg. The game is 10-ball. 2 races to 4. I'm Mark White. It's Cool Shot, and calling the shots with me in the booth is the pool guru, Mr. Tony Robles. Hey, Tony.
Hey, Mark. Great to be here in the booth with you again.
Always a pleasure, mate. Of course, it's 2 races to 4. Early 10s count, but not on the break. It is Cool Shot. There's a shot clock as well.
I noticed that Francisco played the one in the side, came short. We were talking about that in the previous match, Tim and I, and let's see where the one hits. It looked like it came short of the mark.
It just got a kick, didn't it?
When Chang Young Lin was breaking the previous match, the corner ball kept going 2 rails and hitting the one away from the corner, from the side pocket.
Did I see him switch to more central breaking at one point?
He did, and he did.
And he started to make the wing ball, didn't he?
He started making balls on the break, and he ran a couple.
First match is class all the way. In this field we've got, here's another one, reigning 10-ball champion of the world.
That's what's so great about this matchup. You have the current or reigning US Open champion against the current reigning world 10-ball champion. And Francisco's definitely on the high after his recent win, and he's playing incredible.
Yeah, I was lucky to be at Harrah's Resort for the US Open. First time I've been there. Great event, and he played some outstanding pool over the last week.
Do you see that jump bank shot he made on the one ball and ran out the game?
When was that? Earlier?
In the US Open.
No, I can't remember it. I saw so many matches that week, Tony. The 256 people. I was trying to watch every single match.
But you can tell when someone is at the peak of their game when you have someone like Francisco made that safe look as easy as he did. That was not an easy safe. He had to completely trust the table and roll it with perfect speed to put him behind the 5. Going to try to put him behind the 5. Wow, how good did he hit that mark?
Well,
very nice.
Of course, it's an easy hit again, but it's not about hitting it, is it, Tony? It's about where you're going to put it afterwards.
Yeah. Well, he could have easily hit that too thin and sold out, but he didn't. So Francisco called the side pocket.
I'm not sure he can get behind that to make it a side, but he's calling it as a just in case, I'm guessing. Oh, he could get behind it, yeah. So a cagey start, as we would expect, to this match. More concerned about getting the safety there, I think, than anything else. So yeah, excellent catchy. Just saw him outside. Wasn't too happy about his game.
He had some opportunities and missed a couple of shots that were unexpected.
Yes, sir.
By the time he started feeling comfortable with the break, it was already too little too late, unfortunately for him.
Well, I'll tell you what, the shot clock man's getting plenty of practice early on, isn't he?
Yeah. I'm wondering if he's either going to play safe or try to pocket that. I like pocketing the 3 here, as long as he's able to maintain control of the 1 and maybe play it in the side pocket afterwards.
Well,
I don't think he wanted to do that.
No. Quite a straightforward jump for these guys these days, though. How's your jumping, Tony? Have you embraced the jump shot?
Oh, I always have. My problem isn't jumping the ball, it's making it. I can jump it, but I don't always make it.
That's my problem without jumping.
Wow,
oh,
wow.
You don't get much closer than that and not make the ball. Terrific shot. There's Ernesto Dominguez just in the background there. Him and his crew put all these tables together, the Predator Apex tables. And they're running very, very nicely, the guys are saying.
I just finished saying that the last match to Tim, saying these tables are running beautifully because you remember I'm part of the South Bay Billiards Academy in Miami, Florida. They just installed 2 brand new Predator tables, Apex tables with 4¼ inch pockets, so I get to play on them every day now.
And I believe you're getting one at home, a little Dickie Bird told me as well.
That's correct.
Before we go too much further, I'd just like to say hi to Gail.
Oh,
And
thank you.
little
Appreciate that.
Antonio, he had a birthday recently, I saw.
Not Antonio, my other son.
Oh, your other son,
Yeah,
your older son.
Jonathan, yeah.
That's right.
October
Jonathan.
12th, turned 26.
Sorry, mate. Another
No, that's
birthday we
okay.
have today is Jonas Ottonen. Might know him. He's one of the town team, one of the owners of that. So happy birthday, Jonas, to you. Back to the action. Sánchez, Ruíz.
Yeah, Francisco just made a very strong shot on the 2-ball, banked it 1 rail to get on the 4-ball. Question is he going to try to get straight on this 6-ball to try to end up drawing it back, or is he looking for an angle to play the 6 and the 7 in the same pocket?
That's what he's having a look at now, isn't it? And of course, he's got to think about it now, because that determines where he wants to finish on this 6. Francisco has just become a member of the Mosconi Cup team.
That's correct. That's correct. He's been trying to get on the team for quite a number of years already, so I'm very proud and happy for him. I think he's playing the combination, Mark. It looks like that's what he's looking at. But see, when you're playing at this level, this looks like a hanger. That's what I try to tell people sometimes. When you're playing at this level, everything just looks so easy. But look at the amount of suffering that it took for him to get to this point. Had a lot of heartbreaking matches, but it's like anything else, Mark, you have to pay your dues.
Anything worth obtaining is never easy to get. And that's why we never give up, because you never know just how close you are.
Unless you continue to move forward, that's correct.
They're playing for 25,000 first prize here, and he's just won 50,000 for winning the US Open. I think if he wins this, I might be tapping him on the shoulder for a bit of a loan, Tony. He's got the bank, I think, has he? Does it go past the 9?
Yeah, I think it does.
Yeah, he's all right. We've just had our first shootout on an outer table. Maciel beat Robin Frost.
In the shootout?
Robert Frost in the shootout, yeah.
Robert Frost is a hell of a player, too. Got to watch him in the Michigan Open. I really enjoyed watching him play. And Francisco wins the first one to take a 1-0 lead after running a spectacular, difficult rack, Mark.
Yeah, and that being the first rack as well, Tony, it's going to make you feel, it's going to settle you down so much better if you're winning the difficult ones, you know, making a few shots that maybe you wouldn't expect to make in the first rack of a big match.
Yeah.
There he is, the man of the moment. And I literally left the US Open and came straight here. And then the first 3 people I saw arrive in the same hotel was that guy sat there, Francisco Sánchez Ruíz, David Alcady, and Albin Ocean.
Albin Ocean. It's funny you mentioned that because I took him out. They asked me for a ride to the hotel, and they wanted to go to dinner last night. So I went to dinner with all 3 of them. And Darren Appleton was at the place. And Francisco, they were so tired. They weren't talking at all. I said, you guys are tired. You guys are going to pass out tonight. But I got to talk to him about a little bit about his win, and he said that at the Derby City Classic in January just set it off. He said he started believing in himself so much more after winning that 9-ball even at the Derby.
What a break. What a break. Wow. Made the wing ball, made another ball in the corner. Now has he got a shot at the one where he can see it? At the 2, sorry.
See, the one went straight in the side, 6-ball in the side.
5-ball.
5, and almost made the 8 in the side too.
That's some break, that is. And such a big part of this 10-ball game, Tony, as well, isn't it, the break?
Yeah. He's going to bank the 2 and play position for the 3 in the same pocket.
Beautiful.
No, he's truly playing incredible. Everything looks like a hanger to him. When I know what it's like to be in dead stroke. When I played on the road years ago when I used to gamble, and once you do it enough, you get to a point where you almost feel like you're practicing.
That wasn't an easy shot either. Made it look so, though. The overhead view from our camera, 25 feet above the table.
That's awesome. I wonder if he's thinking if he can hit this full enough to draw it past the 7. Because one thing you can't do here is hit this with follow and a lot of speed, because the ball will slide a lot. So I think he's looking at his options. In worst case scenario, it's not that bad of an idea to play the 7 in the upper hand corner pocket, upper left hand corner pocket. But let's see what he decides to do. Okay, that's not bad. As long as he doesn't get on top of the 8.
Wow.
Oop.
Oh, where's he gone? Where's he gone?
Yeah. Yeah, this is a little bit of a tester. Over here, you can't play the 8 on the side. You just got to roll it in and play the 8 in the upper left hand corner pocket from this view.
This 7 isn't a gimme, is it? A horrible shot. He's sort of at base camp at Mount Everest there. Not quite on the tip of it. What a shot this is.
But he played the smart shot. He played it where he plays the 8 in the corner, hit it just slow rolled it in, and it keeps him on the table.
Right in the heart of the pocket, this man is in dead stroke. Using the pocket to get the angle he needed. So these 2 balls to give himself a 2-0 lead. He's looking like he did in Atlantic City. He's doing the same here in Wilmington, Ohio, day 1. And we'll be back very, very shortly, guys. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, guys, to this Roberts Centre here in Ohio. It's day 1, 64 players starting out, and on Saturday, one will be crowned champion. Will it be the reigning champion, who I just saw in the background over there, Mario He? Meanwhile, back to this one.
Let's see if he makes the 1 on the side. Nope. But he's definitely made a ball on the break.
He hits them so well, Tony, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm. 2 in the 10 are tied up. Let's see where the 1 went. Oh, he got kicked by the corner ball.
By the corner ball
See that?
again, yeah. So what can he do to avoid that, Tony?
You have to make adjustments with the placement of the cue ball when you're breaking. So you might have to end up putting it or placing it further away from the rail and using a closed hand bridge strike. That way you offset the timing of the corner ball running into the one ball. The other way is to cut the one differently and break from the same point, but I prefer to just move the cue ball and just hit it center every time.
Keep hitting the same stroke, but just move the cue ball slightly. There you go, guys. This isn't just entertainment, it's education. We have, as I said at the start, the pool guru in the booth.
I'm wondering if he has
the cue
enough angle to place the cue ball behind the 5 or the 9. Maybe just go underneath the 5.
Oh, what's he done with the cue ball?
Oh. He definitely didn't mean to do that.
Oh, he's looking as if to say, how did it go in there? I don't know. You did it, though.
Well, this is Wojciech's opportunity here. The cue ball kind of curved there a bit. You know what he's trying? You know what he was trying to do there? He was trying to run directly into the 5, and stop the cue ball in front of the 9. That's exactly what he was trying to do there. But the cue ball tailed off a bit more than
misjudged the throw of the cue ball.
I'm wondering if he can make the 2. If he can't make the 2, the move here, if he's trying to pocket it, is to run into the 2 with the cue ball, not the 10, the 2 ball, and hit just enough of it so that the 2 go towards the pocket and the cue ball come off the rail, ends up with a shot. So it's tough to tell if he can make the 2. I mean, obviously, if he can make the 2, all he has to do is stop it.
I think he can.
Yep.
Yeah. Just some quick scores, guys, to bring you from earlier on. Alex Kazakis safely through. 2-0. Daniel Maciel won in a shootout. Obviously, Wojciech now in action here.
Going to have to get past that 6 ball. Don't want to hit it too hard to make sure that you draw. Did he get straight there? Did he get too straight?
Well, he's got a slight angle. I think he could just run past this for the 6 into the.
I mean, he doesn't have to get perfect on the 6 because the 7's by the side, so he doesn't have to do anything special to take position on the 7.
Doesn't have to do anything too Mark White, too crazy. Just play
as long as he doesn't shoot
just
over
play
the
the
9
Buddy
ball.
Hall way, whatever is easiest, right?
Yep, that's correct.
I was taking bets from people on how quick you would say the name Buddy Hall, and it's out. You've gone past the time zone, Tony. I said within the first 2 racks, and it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Very measured player, isn't he, Wojciech?
I was about to mention how incredibly well he played to win that World 10 Ball Championship in Vegas. He played against Tevez.
Tevez from Argentina, wasn't it? Or Venezuela, was it? Argentina.
What I'm surprised is I thought after Tevez finished second in that event, he'd play in everything for sure, and I haven't seen him since.
No.
Not even in the U.S. Open. I don't even think he went to the U.S. Open, right?
No, he wasn't there. There you see our arena, and then in the background, 6 other tables, all in action. If you want to keep up with the scores, ProBilliardSeries.com, and there's the brackets, everything you need to know, latest scores, we'll bring you them as well.
And of course, if you can like and subscribe to the channel, that would go a long way for us in getting into the masses out there, or these wonderful live matches that we're bringing to you.
Your channel or Billiard TV?
World Billiard TV. I'm never going to say no to my channel, though. Very nice run.
First rack on the board then for the pole. And in it goes. So as we were talking earlier about, this is a big, big field, Tony, of real talent. Obviously, Mario he will be looking to defend his title, but he's going to have to overcome maybe some players he didn't have to overcome last year. This is a really, really strong field. The Coe brothers are here. The triplets are in town.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Mario is playing incredible. And there's something about defending a championship that always gives you that little extra energy that you need to play even better.
Does it
I've
put
always
any
felt
more
like that.
pressure on you, though, as
No,
defending champion?
it's something that you become so proud of that I think that it really
Inspires you.
motivates you. It motivates you to perform better.
Yeah, and a lot has changed since he won it last year. I mean, I can remember the first 2 racks were golden breaks, and then the third was a 110 combo, if you remember rightly. He was 3-0 up against Roberto Gomez in about 6 minutes, I think. It was incredible. But of course, it's no golden break.
Let's see if that 7 stops the 1. Yep. The 7 hit the 8, and the 8 hit the 1. But fortunately for him, he made a ball.
Cue ball. Oh! Yeah, look at that 7 ball still spinning.
Yeah, hit the 8 into the 1.
Oh, ooh. If that 9 would have just put a little bit more pace into that cue ball, that would have gone in the drink.
Yeah, it was a pretty fortunate roll there. And those are the rolls that you sometimes need in order to win.
It's the Arcos II balls there.
Let's see if he tries to thin this and play safe, or is he going to bank it and play safe?
Yeah, 2-1 the score. It will be updated, guys.
Nope, he's going to push out. I like the push out option here.
Sánchez, Ruíz, your option.
There you hear a referee, John Lehman, after a push out. You can hand it back to your opponent if you don't like it, but you never know what they might have up their sleeve, Tony, do you?
Well, I'm thinking he's maybe might bank the 2 ball between the 4 and the 10, send the cue ball 2 rails, and try to block him with the 6 ball.
He's putting back in.
Just got to be careful. If you don't cut it right, cue ball could easily go off that 2 ball and go in the corner pocket.
And equally, if you catch it a little bit too thick, you could catch the 6 on the way back up.
Oh wow,
He's missed it
the entire
altogether.
ball. Yeah, that was tough. I understand what he was trying to do there, but that was really tough given the distance and the fact that the ball was frozen in the rail.
He was worried, wasn't he, about, as
He
you
was trying to
said,
put it,
the
yeah.
scratch. Trying to hit it ultra thin.
And if that's a shot that he chose, that means he probably didn't have the other option, because if he had the other option, I'm sure he would have gone for that.
A buzzing Roberts Centre here. We also have the Ohio State Championships going on for the BCA Leagues. 50 of the bar box tables, the new Predator bar box tables.
They're beautiful.
Use. Somebody told me there's 140 teams.
It's going to be over 500 people here in a couple of days.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I love it. Absolutely love it. Did he hit it with enough speed? Yes, he did.
Yeah, called it absolutely perfectly. Always looks immaculate when he turns up. Hair perfect, clothes all nicely ironed and pressed. Actually, all the
Looks like
Spaniards
me
look
back
like
in the
that.
days.
You still look like that, Tony. You can still pull it off, mate, don't worry.
Thanks, mate. I appreciate that.
Your game may not quite be up to the standard
Nope.
these days as the likes of Ruiz, and I'm sure you'll be the first to admit that.
Absolutely.
But you're still looking as sharp, even
Yeah,
if you're not
this
playing
kid
as
is a
sharp.
hard worker. He deserves to be in the position he's in. Both him and David, have been working on their games. for so many years now.
Yeah, others coming through as well. Delgado has been playing well just recently.
Oh, yeah.
And even Jonas
Soto
Soto
Camino.
Camino, yeah, had a really good
Mm-hmm.
US Open Championship. So there's plenty of talent, and in it goes, and levels things up at 2-2. So let's stay with the action. Let's have a look around the room. Mario here, we mentioned, he's just starting out against To Lian Han from the
Sifu,
Singapore.
I call him Sifu.
What do you call him?
Sifu.
Sifu?
Sifu, which means master.
Ah, yeah, there.
Kung
yeah,
Fu
the
master.
I mean, how much experience has that guy got?
Yeah, well, my wife calls him Miyagi.
Mr. Miyagi?
Mr.
He
Miyagi,
recently
yeah.
died, Mr. Miyagi, the guy that played Mr. Miyagi.
I think he died a number of years ago. I'm pretty sure he did, because if he were around, he would still Pat Morita. He would come out in Cobra Kai, the series from Netflix, which is a fantastic series.
Perhaps it was one of them repeat things on Facebook that I was seeing. My eyes aren't what they used to be, Tony.
It's okay. You're forgiven. Let's see if that 5 kicks that one ball away from the side.
There you see, look, the master. Back to the Open champion. Well,
It didn't
went
kick
low.
it, but he didn't go. But look,
Well,
look,
he still
look.
made other balls. This is
Just hitting him
break.
so good. Will he get a bank? Nope. Let me see. No, it doesn't look like he can see the one.
You sure? He's looking at bending it round this, I think. Just swerving around it slightly.
No, whenever you push, you should always push to an angle where you're either jumping, maybe you have a possible safe,
Yeah, he's pushing to
kick.
the jump, look.
but also try to push to a position where if they have a shot and they can make it, it makes it more difficult for your opponent to play position on the following shot, even if it means moving that ball into a different part of the table. I have to assume he's going for the one here, because the 2 does go in both pockets.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he's going for
That's
the
what it
one.
looks like.
Nice
Very
shot.
nice. Very nice.
Yeah, we spoke about the Spaniards. Poland, of course, have a huge amount of talent in their stable as well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Conrad was here last night with Zelensky, Victor.
Yeah, he's some player, Zelensky. I think he's the top pole at the moment.
And he said that Mishko is also here, Fortunsky.
Yeah, we got Shapler.
Yeah.
Bart Shapler, of course. I think Maciel.
You have another one.
Maciel.
Yeah, Maciel, Daniel
Yeah.
Maciel.
Yeah.
And you have Thomas Kaplan. I don't think he's here, but
Yeah, I don't think he's
but
here.
I'm pretty sure he was at the Open.
Oh, he was.
Thomas Kaplan is another great player.
Why were you not at the Open?
At the U.S. Open? I was at the U.S. Open.
Were you?
Yeah.
Of course you were.
We had a conversation there. We spoke to Carl Boyce for 30 minutes. Don't you remember that?
Yeah, of course I remember. About the Mosconi Cup.
By the way, just in case you forgot,
I sure did.
We're doing commentary on a pool match right now.
Who's playing?
Sorry, I can't help myself. But anyway, getting back to the match, I really like what Wojciech did in that one. Kept it simple, where to the point where he still has enough angle in the 7 where he doesn't have to force the cue ball. Come one rail to the center of the table.
Beautiful cueing.
Very nice.
Don't forget, this guy can play. You could argue this is his strongest game as well.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's a reigning world 10-ball champion. And when he won that tournament, he did it in a field of 128 players.
So he saved the set. And we're going to just nip for a very short break, guys, but we promise to come back very soon. Welcome back, guys, to the CSI Predator US Pro Billiard Series Ohio Open. 3-2 down, Szewcz from Poland about to break off.
Let's see if that one goes in the side, Mark.
Ooh. Well, that didn't, but the cue ball did.
Yeah, he
one
hit
ball
the side of the
high,
one there.
it?
Yeah.
Let's have a look at this again, Tony. What went wrong?
He hit the side of the one. Hit the side of the one. Anytime you hit the side of the one, you're always going to risk a scratch in the side or in the corner pocket. Especially in a newer cloth, you could tell you hit the cue ball a little high because it kind of took a little dip, curved a bit into the side.
Chance to take the first set. We are playing 2 races to 4, and if we're even after 2 sets, we do go to that shootout. We've had one earlier on, and I'm sure we're going to see a few more before Saturday's final. Lots of great pool coming up for you on Billiard, World Billiard TV. 6 matches a day. 10, 12, 2, 5, 7 and 9. That's local time here.
I'll be doing commentary, I believe, with you again at 9 p.m. tonight.
After your match? What time are you playing today?
I play 5 o'clock today.
Okay,
I play
good
against Abdullah Al-Youssef.
Wow, he's
But
another guy that's playing some good stuff. Well, I want you to win that because it means that you have more time to come and commentate.
Doesn't need to. Very smart shot there. The only thing I'm pretty sure he didn't want to do is he didn't want to take away the pocket from the 5 ball. I think he was thinking of shooting the 4 and maybe playing the 5 in the same pocket as a 3. So, but I mean, the way this kid is playing now and the way he's banking too, I wouldn't be surprised if he plays for a bank. The 5 might still go past the 8.
I think it might do. He looked at it.
If worst case scenario, he could just draw it back to where it is and play the 5 in the same pocket.
Yeah, that's what he's doing, I think. Look at the way he gets through the ball, Tony. So important, isn't it?
Yep. His control is impeccable. The 7 to the 8 is going to be a little tricky. I like leaving the cue ball by the top right-hand corner pocket, so I have a cut shot on the 6 ball. Just like that. Ooh, he missed it, though. He missed
jumped
it.
Up there
Yeah, definitely wasn't expecting that. That might change the match right there.
I mean, it's hard to say a player like him has got faults, but one of them is he does go a little bit too quick sometimes and gets up off the shot. See what he did. He stayed down on that one, just misjudged it.
I think he knew he missed it once he hit it because he kind of like almost like had a little movement after the fact.
Yeah.
And he just wants to tap it in. So he has an angle in the 6 to come back down for the 7. I kind of like going 1 rail here as opposed to 2, and normally like going 2 rails here if I can hit the ball full enough to avoid the corner pocket scratch. But 1 rail is definitely the move here because, I mean, unless he goes 1 rail with stun. I mean, 2 rails with stun, but I like going follow, a little bit of right, because it sends the cube on a direct line to the bottom rail. Just like that.
Well, he needs to
Did
judge
he
this.
overhit it? He overhit it? He overhit it?
He's, has he?
He overhit it. I mean, he might be able to catch enough to make it. Maybe use a little bit of right to help it in. If not, he's going to have to play safe.
Yeah, he's going to go for this.
Oh, he's going to go rail first.
Yeah.
No, he could see
No,
it.
he could see it. Little bend, maybe, just a slight bend. Still a bit of work to do, Tony.
Yeah, I mean, he might have to shoot the 9-10 combo here if he can't get the cue ball on the opposite side of the 9. It just all depends if he has enough. No, he doesn't look like he has that much angle. Let's see. Let's see. Yep. Ooh, but he missed it.
Missed the 8.
Wow. You know, and sometimes players do that because they take their focus away momentarily from the shot because they're paying so much attention to getting that cue ball exactly where they want to for the combo. And I'm pretty sure that's what happened there. Question is, does he go for the bank here?
I think he does.
Or does he kick behind and try to risk leaving the cube, the 8 ball near the 10? It's not like the 10 is super close to the cushion. Just have to guard against putting it too close to the 10 because the closer you put it, obviously, the easier the billiard becomes.
Did he? I just called the bank, didn't he? Did he?
I did not see. He called the bank.
We'll soon know. No, he's
Side
called the
pocket.
side, so he's going rail first.
So he's going to
here.
go 4 rails and maybe try to leave the cue ball behind the 10, just in case. That was his goal. Yep, he was trying to leave the cue ball behind the 10.
Well,
Because he was looking, he was pointing his cue at the 10.
That was a difficult shot,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Well, he needed to hit it with more speed, but he hit it too full. He was really trying to control the cue ball more than the 8 ball.
I like the way he was thinking there, though.
Yeah. I like the shot. I like the shot he called because all he has to do is undercut it, and if he does end up making it, he can use a 10 as a stopper as long as he doesn't go underneath it. If he goes underneath it, you always risk a scratch. The other thing is shoot to intentionally miss it, come short, and leave the cue ball behind the 10. Hit the long rail after hitting the long rail on the left and then the long rail on the right. Oh, you call the side pocket now.
Is he banking this hard?
Maybe he's
Trying
going
to
to do a
straighten it up.
double banker. And then that's all I can think of. He
Oh,
calls
like the
that
trick
side
shot.
pocket.
No,
Ooh, he called it on the floor. It didn't look like it went there though. It's strange, right? That's how short it ran.
Yeah. He buried it. Oh, he didn't call it.
He called the opposites. He was trying to double bank
I don't know why he didn't call the pocket it went in, because I thought if you bury it into the rail, you can straighten it up enough.
I don't think he knew that he could straighten it up that much. Now he knows, but it's too late.
He should have asked me, Tony.
There you go. Wow.
Well, here we go. First set then to Francisco Sánchez Ruíz. And, well, Wojciech will be a little bit annoyed with himself there.
Yeah, he decided to go and take a break.
And we're going to go for a short break, guys. But we will be back with a second set of the Ohio Open very soon. So just while we're waiting for the players to come back, Tony, you know what I've been up to, because I'm all over social media with my gallivanting around the States to all these different tournaments. Tell us what you've been up to.
I had such an incredible trip. I drove all the way from Florida and stopped in various places around the country on my way here. I had the pleasure of doing a straight pool clinic in North Carolina at a place called the Rabbit Hole. A buddy of mine, Chuck Miller, owns a couple of buildings, and he bought all 3 buildings many years ago, and he decided to empty one out and place 4 pool tables, 1 snooker table, 1 billiard table.
Hang on, this is too good to be true. Did you just say the Rabbit Hole owned by somebody called Bunny?
No.
What,
Chuck Miller.
Ah.
But I did a straight pool clinic there. I had a
yours.
fantastic time, and then from there I went to the U.S. Open, and since I got knocked out right before the final 64 round, I went right past Ohio, got in touch with Ron, the pool student, who has an amazing channel. If you get a chance, subscribe to his channel. It's amazing.
I have already. We did it last time in Michigan.
He's a hell of a guy, and doing a lot for pool, just like Little Chris, too. Subscribe to his channel as well. They have so many great people out there. And I got to do another clinic at a pool hall called Charlie's in Michigan. So I did another one and had a nice group there. And you know me, I'm always looking to do clinics all over the country.
Well, never mind Francisco Sánchez Ruíz making all this money. You must be making a nice penny or two. How are you off for a little bit of a loan? I'm running a bit short at the moment after my US Open experience.
Yeah, we'll talk about it after the match.
Well, let's talk about it now. We got time.
Well, I have some spare change in my pocket right now.
That ain't good to no one. That's not good to me. So there you can see in the background, guys, the other games going on. Mario He in action against the Singaporean, the master, as you call him.
Sifu. Or Mr. Miyagi.
Chang won earlier on, of course, against Eklund Kachi, as we see both players now back in the arena. Sánchez 1 set up. Wojciech Szewcz from Poland must now win this set to force a shootout. It's the best he can hope for. And because, even though it's win a break, second set, the opposite player always breaks off as well in the next.
Try playing the one.
Where's the cue
side.
ball? Where's the cue ball?
Main thing is to maintain control of the table. Forget about making 10 balls on the break. Just want to make one.
Imagine if you did make 10 balls on the break, the 10 ball would have to come back up.
I was thinking with my luck, I'd probably end up having the 10 ball come up to the spot, and I would be corner hook in one of the pockets.
Yeah, behind one of the points. It's exactly what I was thinking.
So I guess he's going to play position for the 2 in the side pocket. Worst case scenario, he can play a safe. Oh, he overcut it, though. Overcut it. Did he get away with it?
Yeah, maybe
doesn't look like it.
Maybe he's thinking a little bit too much again about that cue ball instead of concentrating.
Yeah, Francisco might see, and if he's not too straight, he might be able to follow this ball one rail and play the 2 in the corner if it goes past the 6 ball. Because he can definitely see enough to make it. Did he hit it with enough speed to avoid running into the 6? If he didn't, now he's
He can't even make it.
Well, he might be able to make it. If he can't, the move here is to bank it 3 rails and stun run the cue ball behind the 6. But if not, he can hit it full, hit it with follow, and hit the 6 just enough to have the cue ball follow through the 6 ball and play position on the 3 that way. But yeah, John's definitely going to take a look at this one if he decides to play it. So he's calling. So he's doing what I first suggested: 2 rails, possibly 3 rails, and stun run the cue ball in front of the 6 ball. Very nice.
Played it to perfection, hasn't he? And it'd be nice to get it on that near that
Ooh,
10 as
you don't
well.
want to leave the 10 straight. Oh, I don't know if he can make billiard here, but he's calling it just in case. You have to call this.
He's looking at 2 rails combo.
Attention, please.
Players are so good at kicking these days. You know,
It's incredible.
It's
what they can do.
They can pick their spot exactly, can't they? To get exactly the contact they want.
And he wants to hit underneath the 2 to make the 10. Doesn't want to hit it to the point where he could possibly scratch off the 2 or the 10 in the bottom pocket. I mean, the left-hand pocket. Let's see.
Well, it was close. Had a go at it, but he's left a great opportunity now.
I'm pretty sure he expected the 2 to go a little high. Even it would have if he had to hit the 10 thinner. That was a goal. But he was definitely trying to send the 2 ball uptown.
There it is, finally. I mean, it didn't take me 2 minutes to come out with my first pun, but it.
Look how perfect he hit that
The only
ball.
one I'm waiting for now is the year 2004, and my morning's complete.
All I need is my Dunkin' Donuts coffee, and then my morning is complete.
I actually do believe they make the best coffee.
I definitely like that over Starbucks. My wife calls Starbucks Charbucks because it tastes like it was burnt. I do drink some Starbucks on occasions. Very rare, but I do drink it. Like the vanilla frappuccino is perfect. But anyway, enough of that. Let's get back to the match.
Yeah, is this Tim Horton playing? No, that's another coffee.
I've never had that one, actually. It's gonna... Ooh,
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
No.
I'm just not used to seeing
well,
this.
we're seeing some very uncharacteristic misses. Weren't too many in the first set.
Yeah, he is not happy with himself right now.
Did he get a little bit of a... Did I just see the cue ball jump there a little bit there? I think he got a bit of a skid, you know.
I did not. It didn't look like a skid to me, but who knows?
I would love to see that again. I thought I just saw the cue ball just jump off the bed slightly, Tony.
If it did,
straighten up a
then
bit.
that was definitely a skid, because that's what happens when the skid jumps up slightly.
Yeah, I thought it went a bit straight on. But anyway.
But that was Huge right there, Mark. Huge.
Oh, just a little bit.
You know, he's going to have to
Short.
reach for it. He's going to need to get an extension. It's funny, when he hit it, it looked like the cue ball was going to die, and it just kept going. It stopped exactly where he wanted to. Yeah, you see, he got a little pep in the step now after that miss. It's like that gives you the confidence. You see your opponent make a mistake like that, someone that the caliber of Francisco.
Yeah, and took full advantage of the mistake there, and it was, you know, that's a second, sort of easy ball we've seen him miss, but honestly, in his defence there, I think it did skid. There he is.
There's a reigning world 10-ball champion. Guy is no joke, and you'd have to be insane to underestimate him. And I'm pretty sure Francisco isn't.
No, he knows who he is, all right. They all know each other. They're all around the circuit, aren't they? And there he is, just... That won't rub off. That tattoo's real, mate.
He's just trying to get it out of his mind, and I'm pretty sure by the time he gets back to the table, it's all forgotten.
Quick word about our sponsors: Kamui, Alpha Coin, Medaya, Szewcz, and of course CSI and Predator Cues. Breaking off. Wojciech Szewcz leads 1-0. Oh, one ball kicked by the two there, Tony. It was almost in.
Mm-hmm.
I think he made a ball though, didn't he?
Yeah, they're still struggling, trying to find the way to consistently pocket that one ball, breaking from the corner.
No, he didn't make a ball.
I still think that the way this table's breaking today, considering I saw the previous match, this match, that breaking from the center is still the way to go on this table at this moment.
Yeah, I mean, I saw both players coming and having a look. Wojciech was sat up in the stands with Conrad Musician, and I saw Francisco Ruiz sitting down behind Eklund Kachi. And you'll find players doing that a lot, won't you? If they know they're next on the table, they'll just come and have a quick look, see how it's breaking.
Mm-hmm. It's very smart. They use that method for years, and so have a lot of other top players where they would show up a half hour to an hour before the match on the table they're scheduled to play on, just to see how it's breaking. I think he called the 10 ball. Did he? 10 ball, yeah, he's calling the 10 ball.
Yeah, he's probably trying to make it with the cue ball.
Mm-hmm. He's going to go off one rail.
Watch the 10 ball, guys. Watch the 10
Wow,
ball.
wow.
Watch the 10
Wow.
ball. What a brilliant shot that is. And even
one hell of a
Wojciech
shot.
Szewcz.
And look, when we watch a replay, look how the cue ball, he played the fact, this is how well he knows the table. He played it so that the cue ball will take that little dip right before it reaches the 10 ball. Let's see if we can get a replay of that. Watch how the cue ball curves after it comes off the rail. Look.
Yeah.
You see that? Because he knows it's going to curve. That's why he hit it at that speed. It's a very, very smart shot.
And just off camera, Wojciech Szewcz was giving him a tap on the attack on the thigh in appreciation. Really, really cleverly judged shot. One of the nicest guys off the table you can meet. He's a bit of a monster on it, though.
He's a really good kid. He really is.
Referee John Lehman sets the balls. We're ready to go. Rack number 3, second set. Sánchez leading 1-0.
Let's see if the one stopped. Oh, it went straight in the center that time. So they wanna
Oh,
make
nice
just
kick
look
on
at
the
that
two
kick.
as well. Look at this. It's spinning. It might spin in. It's perfect.
You want to hear something crazy? Someone asked me to give him a lesson one time, and they wanted me to teach him how to make all the balls on the break spin like that. And I said, no one in the world could teach you that. He wanted to do it with 3 balls, just 3 balls at the spot. I said, I want all the balls spinning. I said, no one could do that.
There's Ernesto Dominguez in your background, guys. If you don't know him, his son is, of course, Oscar, who will be playing for Team America in the Moscone Cup this coming November in Bally's Casino, Las Vegas. And Ernesto, he told me, he's 100 tables behind, recovering them. Oh, look what he's done there.
Look at that. I don't think he wanted to go on that side. I think he accidentally hit the 2 on that side.
I think he was
measuring
just
the
straight
billiard.
back, right?
I think he was measuring the billiard. He looked like he was measuring the billiard 3 to the 5.
Wow.
Unless he was trying to break it, which I don't know if that's a good shot. Only because if you hit that 7 directly, you end up behind the 7. You're pushing the 3 in front of the 5 ball.
Is he playing safe here?
No, he's going to go for it. He's going to draw it back.
I wouldn't have minded moving the 5 and the 7 there, you know.
Well, the thing is that he had the angle to move the 5 and the 7 and still gain a nice, decent angle on the 4. I think that's what made him decide to just go this route. You might want to come in between them. Even if you ran into the 7, you could still have the 5 in the opposite corner pocket. Good shot. Very nice.
Good shot.
The in-betweener, the old in-betweener, right? I mean, it is so perfect. You didn't even touch the ball. In and out.
Yeah, try doing that again.
Mark White style.
Oh dear, oh dear. Yeah, if I was trying to hit the ball, I would go in between them.
That's why you would try to hit it and you would miss it accidentally, but then you get to tell people that it was intentional. Yeah, he's pretty disgusted at himself for scratching on that 2 ball. And you do not want to do that against Wojciech. Wojciech will make you pay.
Proudly wearing the Polska jersey. Got a great academy in Poland. And the government support the game of pool.
Oh, that's fantastic.
They send their players around the world.
That's great. A lot of countries do that, though, for their athletes.
Yeah, I'm really surprised the US don't.
I think the
I'm
U.S. is
really
one of the very
surprised.
few that do not.
I mean, yeah, there's
Yeah.
lots in Europe that do. So Wojciech will take the lead again, 2-1.
And he looks comfortable.
And we're going to go for just a very... No, we're not. Yes, we are. Let's go for a break, Xavier. Come on, I'm tired of talking. Welcome back. Szewcz 2-1 up. Breaking to go on the hill, and we could be heading for our first shootout of the week on the TV table. Getting himself wound up, ready.
He's going to the center, Mark. Let's see how he hits him. Key is to hit the 1 squarely. Bring the cue ball towards the center from where he's breaking from. He didn't hit it squarely.
Yeah.
So if he makes a ball, it's a bonus.
8 and the 9 went nowhere near their intended side pocket, did they, Tony?
No.
As you say.
When you hit him like that, you have to pray you make a ball.
And he
See,
was
the
lucky
seven
not to
kicked the
scratch,
2 ball.
wasn't he?
Yeah, the 7 kicked the 2 ball in. That's what, and I said this in the previous match. That's what makes Shane Van Boening so special. He rarely mishits that 1 ball when he's breaking, especially in 10 ball. That's why no one breaks better than he does. Not saying that these players don't know how to break. These players break amazing.
Yeah.
It's just that he's more consistent with the hit on the 1 ball.
You mentioned Shane. He's currently 2/3 of the way through a battle with Jason Shaw. And Shane Van Boening is trailing by 24 racks.
That's a lot of games. A lot of games. But you figure sooner or later, at some point, Jason is going to win one of them. Jason lost the very first time they played, I believe, 100-97. And the second time, I think he lost 191. So I always felt it was a matter of time. And he always said the difference was a break. I'm pretty sure that's not what he wanted to do. What happened is he accidentally hit the rail first, which changed the path of the cue ball coming off the rail.
It's a good chance now.
Yeah. He's still in good shape here. I don't think he's going to have any problems as long as he stays focused.
See a big wide stance there.
Very nice.
Nice. So what's the advantage of a wide stance over a narrow stance, would you say, Tony?
I don't think there's really any advantage. I think what happens is when you're taller, you have a wider stance because you have to make sure that you get down low enough to see the ball. That's why a lot of taller players have a wider stance, in my opinion.
So looks like Szewcz, he's going to go on the hill. His fellow Pole has just gone through. Conrad Musician through in straight sets, and also Uski, from Finland has gone through in straight sets.
Nice little draw here.
Mario, he has taken the first set against the Master.
And talking about the Master just made a 3-10 combination. It's going to go 2 rails here for the 10 ball. Did he overhit that? Overhit it just by a bit. He has to come with the shot. Very smart. If you're unsure, get up and start over again. That's the way to do it. Increases the chances of you pocketing the ball. Did he overcut
He's overcut it. He's overcut it.
He overcut it. So, wow. Wow. That was completely unexpected.
Well, do you know, I didn't want to say anything because I'm a big believer in don't get up. You know, make up your mind before you. Obviously, if you change your mind, get up.
Right.
But
yeah,
I think the more you get up and.
Well, he was unsure. You could tell he didn't feel comfortable. That's why he got up. So I thought he did the right thing only because he felt uncomfortable. But unfortunately for him, he still didn't pocket the ball. Just because you get up doesn't always guarantee that you're going to make the ball, but I feel that it definitely increases the chances if you feel uncomfortable. And now look, we have a tied ball game, 2 apiece.
Yeah, I wouldn't be doing my job properly as a commentator if I didn't bring up the big incident that happened at the US Open recently, where Roberto Gomez was playing against John Mora and they were heel-heel. And I actually put a little video on my Facebook. I did an interview with Roberto Gomez straight after it. He took about 5 minutes on the 9-ball down the rail. He just couldn't get his bridge hand correct, and he must have got up about 15 times.
Are you serious? I
I'm
did not
serious,
see that.
yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it was incredible, and I asked him afterwards, and he said if he was bridging off the rail, it was too long, and if he was bridging on the bed of the table, it was too short.
Oh, so he was in that uncomfortable
and it's just
spot.
that no man's land where
that
neither
does happen
one
once
was
in a while.
proper.
Wow. Yeah, but 5 minutes is a long time to find. Wow. Well, let's see what happens here. Let's see if he makes the one on the side or if the 2 prevents it from going in the side.
Wow, the power in that break.
He didn't make one, though.
No.
And look at the 8-ball. He just got kicked. He just kicked the 1 ball. Fortunately for him, the 1 stopped in front of the pocket, but not that he can't make the combo. He just has to work harder.
Yeah, I think we'll see him take on the combo, won't we, Tony?
What's
on
that,
the
Mark?
5, the
Yeah.
1-5 combo.
Oh, yeah.
Got to, haven't you? I mean, you know, it's not guaranteed.
Well,
he's called the 1. Did he call the 1?
I think he called the
Off the
5-ball. Unless he's gonna call the 1 ball off the
Both
4
fours.
and then 4 and then the 5.
Yeah.
But if he does that, it's going to be tough to control the cue ball. There, he's going to have to either slow roll it or go up and down.
I'm pretty sure I heard him call the 1 ball.
If he's playing the 1 ball, then he has to play it off the 4 and then on the 5. And if that's the case, he might have to go up and down. But if he's playing the combo, he still has to hit it with speed regardless in order to get the 1 away from there. Let's see if he decides to hit it hard. 1 or 2.
What a
No,
great
but not like
shot.
that. You have to hit it with like top center. Maybe he decided he was going to play a safe on the 2 ball. I mean, judging from where the cue ball went there, it looks like he might have gotten away with hitting it with right spin. So let's see if he's going to try to play safe here or if he's going to cut it in. Nope, he's going to play the safe. Did he get there?
Oh,
Looks
look
like
at
it.
this. Is
Looks like it.
Yeah, oh, look at this.
Put him in jail with no bail and threw away the key. Well, he might be able to go 1 rail here. Let's see. Nope.
No.
Nope.
You'd have to be Harry Houdini to
Yeah.
escape that 1-1 rail, I
Yeah.
think.
I don't even think Harry Houdini would like it. I mean, can he bend the cue ball? Can he bend the cue ball if he... Is he trying to go off the point with... Oh, no, he's trying to hit it. Oh, he's just messing up the 5 ball.
He loved playing a bit of pool as well.
Yeah.
Harry Houdini.
He did?
Yeah, he loved it.
I don't know that. Interesting.
So for those of you watching this game, maybe you haven't seen it many times, you're not familiar with all the rules, you can play deliberate foul. Why would you do that, Tony, sometimes? You think, oh, well, it's ball in hand, you can put it anywhere.
You do it in the hopes that you might get another turn at the table, even if he ends up putting you behind the ball. But the reason why a lot of players do that is because they're hoping that the next time around, they might actually have an easier kick than the one that he was presented with. It didn't look like it was possible for him to hit it, so he said, okay, maybe I'll give him the opportunity to play me a safe on the 5, and I'll actually have a chance to hit the 5. I don't know if he hit that hard enough, did he?
Yeah.
That ball barely dropped. For a second there, I didn't think he hit it hard enough.
I think
Oh, he would have given ball in hand there. He would have been in a lot of trouble. Because he would have shot the 3 and break off the 5-8 and get position on the 4. That would have been it. So let's see if he's going to play the position for the 5 in the side or if he's going to play safe on the 5. I guess the 5 goes. I guess the 5 must go if he play position there. It's got to go, yeah.
Yeah.
I like playing position for the 6 in the side here. I mean, if it goes in the corner, then that's probably the shot because then it becomes easier to get on the 7. But it's also not a bad thing to roll it and play position for the 6 in the side pocket, just like that.
Looking to get on the hill.
Did he get there? Did he get there? I don't think he
No,
wanted to
he's
hit.
not.
I don't think he meant to hit the 8 that full. I think he meant to hit the side of the 8 so the cue ball have a little more movement.
I think he's going to play the the bank on the far 7 here, Tony.
I think he's going to try to leave him behind the 9.
Wow, he's playing safe.
Yeah, I think he's going to try to leave him behind the 9. Maybe leave the 7 in front of the 10. Maybe a double whammy right there.
So why not play the bank with where the
Oh, you
8
overhit
ball
it,
is?
did he? Because he had an awkward angle. He would have had too much speed on the cue ball to play position on the 8.
Okay. This is a touchy shot now.
Called extension. I'm wondering if he can dig into the ball enough to stop the cue ball there. If he can't, and he doesn't have the option to kick and stick. Wouldn't be surprised if he banks this in, though he has been banking great lately. Just has to guard himself with putting the cue ball, possibly putting the cue ball behind the 10 if he does make the bank.
It's not there. It's wide of the mark. He's left a chance. Okay, it's not dead easy to get back or a decent shot on the 8. But I think you can just play just make the 7 here and give yourself a shot at the 8.
I mean, if he can draw past the 9 and just go anywhere near that side pocket, at least he has a shot on the 8 ball, even though it's a long cut. But at least he's giving himself a shot at the cheese.
Really grabbed hold of that, didn't he? Got his cue all the way through that. Beautifully played. Dragged it with right hand English. Played it very well.
Now here I do like going up and down. Uptown and downtown a bit, just to the center of the table.
Oh, he's done the same with
Did
the
he
8 that he
scratch?
did with the 10. Wow. He overcut that 10 ball, didn't he?
Yeah.
Similar, Tony, but to the opposite corner.
That's correct. A lot of uncharacteristic but yet surprising misses is set. From both players, I mean.
Yeah, and that was,
Almost scratch on that one.
that was quite an overcut, wasn't it? This has got to be a bit worrying now for Szewcz because he's had plenty of opportunities and it's going to be Sánchez that's going to get to the hill first. You wouldn't have thought that a couple of racks ago.
No, not at all. Especially when he missed that ball to go ahead 3-1.
In it goes. Sánchez is going to be up. And it goes. Now then, you know, whenever we go to a venue, I always like to find out a few facts from around. Okay, guys, I'm going to do that later. We're back, guys. Sánchez Ruíz on the hill after, wow, bit of a strange set this one, isn't it, Tony?
Yeah, it's been a strange match with some uncharacteristic
It's easy for you to say.
Misses by both players, which are very surprising.
Stop that cue ball pretty well. Struggling to make a ball though.
You might have the making of a hill match here.
Wow, that.
If possible. And I'm not saying that he's going to pocket the one, but at least he has an opportunity to bury him somewhere.
That one did everything but drop there, Tony. Wobbled in the jaws of the pocket. One ball escaped the jaws.
Or is he going to try to bring the cue ball down? It's hard to tell the way he's aiming. Yeah, he's going to bring it down.
Got distance. Did he get behind that six
No,
ball? No, he's left a gap.
Yep, he left the door open on the way out.
I mentioned some fun facts. The heart of it all isn't just a random slogan to promote tourism in Ohio. About 50% of the US population is located within 500 miles of Ohio's state capital of Columbus.
What?
You serious? About that? I'm serious.
Wow.
It must be true because I read it on the internet.
Doesn't surprise me that he split that and got him behind the eight. He's become so good with those shots, like it's sickening.
Tremendous shot.
I mean, look, he's really good at slow rolling the ball and judging the speed perfectly.
Yeah, even got a nice little bump on the one. On the 8 ball, just to hold it there, didn't he? Great shot. Sorry, on the 9 ball. It's all going on here. It's very noisy in this big arena. 50 other tables. And the state championships of Ohio is also going on the CSI leagues, BCA.
Well, at least he didn't leave it straight in the pocket. It's going to make him work for it a bit. But I think the key here is going to be kind of the 2 to the 3. Yeah, he's pretty upset at himself. Wojciech is. Missed that 10 ball earlier.
Does he go for the corner here?
Well, no, the 1 ball, he's going to shoot in the side and go 3 rails for the 2 ball. Question is, does he get the right angle or correct angle on the 2 ball to get on the 3?
What about this? Draw the cue ball all the way back for the 3 into the side.
If he's straight enough, yes, I would do that. If he's not, then he's going to have to be a little careful here. He doesn't want to overhit it and end up having the cue ball swerve on him.
I think he's got a slight angle, Tony.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Very
Same
nice
result. Look at this. How well did he hit that? Beautifully played.
It's almost like ball in hand position.
So let's say he scrapes through and wins this one. How would you be feeling? It's a first round match. You haven't played your best, but you've still beaten the world 10 ball champion. Mixed feelings.
Well, first off, I would feel relieved, and second off, I would be happy that I got some of the negative stuff out of the way. Look forward to the next one. The past does not equal the future. You don't want to go with the wrong attitude and think, well, just because I played bad the first set doesn't mean that I'm going to play bad the second.
It's David Arcadi.
Yeah.
His biggest fan. Big fans of each other, aren't they? You'll always see them around the venues supporting each other.
Absolutely.
And that's very important, isn't it?
That's the reason why they won the World Cup of Pool. They're super close. Did he underhit that? Did he underhit that?
He has a little bit.
He can still make it.
I'm wondering, you know, if Alex Laley and Carl Boyes will be choosing David Arcadi as kind of like a babysitter kind of thing
Gotcha.
for Sánchez in his first ever Mosconi. They'd make a great doubles partners in the Mosconi, wouldn't they?
Oh yeah, for sure. And if they did play doubles in the Mosconi, that'll mess with their brains a bit, knowing how well they play together.
Us pesky Europeans have got some tricks up our sleeve for this coming Mosconi.
Oh, 10 ball for the match.
Played that beautifully, loads and loads of inside. It's left-hand English on the cue ball there. Here we go then. We'll be back at 2 p.m. with our next match, and it will be Ko Ping Chung against Robbie Capito. Don't miss that one. We'll see you back here, 2 p.m. same time. Tony Robles, thank you so much. I'll be
Thank you, Mark.
Mark White. See you soon.